Hey crafty people, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, I'm Sarah, also known as Craft Nerd because I'm a nerd who loves to craft. I do paper crafting, card making, junk journaling, and mixed media art. Let's get crafting! Welcome back. It's time for another Mass Make Monday, and in case you're new to my channel, what I do is I set a timer for 45 minutes and try to see how many of a particular item I can make in that time. And today we are going to be making pockets using 6x6 paper pads. And I did do a little prep work, and that was I cut all my 6x6 paper pads down, or pieces down, to 4x6, and that's because the journals I tend to make, I use US letter size paper, which is 8.5 by 11. So when I fold my pages in half, they're 8.5 by 5.5 roughly. So a 6-inch pocket's a little too wide for my journals. So that's why I went ahead and did all of the trimming. But this then gives you offcuts that you can turn into tags. And so you get 2 pockets. And if you attach it only on 3 sides, you can have a third pocket here, or you can do a side tuck over here. And this was inspired by Gala Gastinelli. I will leave a link to her video down below because I bought some more 6x6 paper pads, so I was looking for some ideas for using 6x6 paper pads. So that's what we're gonna do today. I've cut way more paper than we're gonna be able to do in 45 minutes. I know this, but I kind of went a little overboard, as I tend to do. So let's go ahead and start the timer, and I'll show you how to make one. And this is from it's an Echo Park paper pad, and it's Baking Spirits Bright. So this is new this year. These are from a very old paper pad by Kaiser Kraft that's at least a decade old. I've got some new Craft Consortium papers, and these are Craft Consortium as well. These are Ciao Bella, I think. Yes. And then Mintay, and this is, I think, Garage is the set, which is from, I think, last year, so may not be available anymore. So let's go ahead and do one. And you can use either double-sided or single-sided paper. I will show you how to do it with both. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by picking which one I want as my base. I think I'm going to pair up these two. And I think I'm going to use that one as my base. So I'm just going to kind of decide roughly how far down I want my first pocket to go. And then I'm going to hand rip it to give it like a jagged edge to give some more interest. You, of course, if you don't like this and want to have a straight edge on your cut, you can go ahead and use your paper trimmer to do that. Now, what we can do, because it's double-sided, and to give some contrast, is flip that over and glue it on there. And I'm not bothered by the fact that it doesn't quite match up exactly. And then we can glue that one on like so. And I think I may just try and tear that. You know what? I think we're just gonna snip that off a little bit more. I am gonna ink my edges just because I don't like the white showing on against the green. And I want the edge to show off nicely. So let's grab, I think I'm going to do lumberjack plaid on the green pocket so that it stands out. And I should not have put as much of a crease in, but I will probably go back and decorate this so we can hide the fact that there's the crease from folding. And then some rustic wilderness on the white so it stands out against the red of the background. So there, and let's go ahead and glue these together. And I'm going to glue down this side, along the bottom, and up this side. And a tip when you're gluing something, if you put your finger where you don't want glue to go, you are less likely to glue in the wrong spot. Stick that down and then add our top pocket. There we go. And I kind of like the look of the rounded corners, so I'm going to grab my corner rounder and I'm going to use the 7mm. And I'm just going to round all of the corners. All right, so there we go. We got one done. Let's do a single-sided one next so I can show you what that would look like. I want to use this one because, and actually, all right, so we're going to actually do 2 of these at once because I want some contrast in my pockets. Do that. I'm just having a bit of a think for a sec. All right. We are gonna... Yes, I'm thinking quite a bit here. Actually, let's use that. All right, this one I know I want this to be saved for the top pocket. So actually, we're gonna tear like this. It'll make sense in a minute. So that will be one pocket, say on that one. And then this will be the bottom pocket on here. And I'm just trying to decide if I like that, or if we like this one better for the top pocket. Or we can do, this is the top pocket. Oh, I think that's the answer. All right, that's what we're gonna go with. So I'm just gonna kind of roughly tear this. So that that one can go on here, this one can go on there, that one, and that one. I like that. All right, let me grab some purple ink. I think I'm at the contrast of like Villainous Potion. Which I don't know where my Villainous Potion Distress ink is right now. It's somewhere, but I'm not sure where. So we're just gonna grab a random dauber and use that to ink our edges. So we're not here all day hunting for a dauber to ink edges because that'd be silly. All right, so we're just gonna add some purple. So how's everybody doing? Things have been fairly quiet here this past week. Trying to think what I did. I did go out to lunch yesterday with a former colleague / friend of mine. So that was quite nice to get out of the house and socialize and have a yummy lunch. It's funny because since we're no longer working together, when we go out to lunch, we tend to go to a place that's kind of between where he works and where I live. And so we've been going to this Italian restaurant, Nano's, the last several times we've done lunch. And we seem to end up at the same table every time we go as well. So, yeah, I walk in and I'm like, hey, we're at our usual table. And it's not that we go all that often. It's probably every few months or so that we go to lunch. But, yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny. So, yeah, I got to see him and sat around and chatted. So that was nice. Let's see what else. I've got another friend coming to stay with me next weekend, so I need to get a whole bunch of stuff filmed this week because I'm not going to have any time next weekend to do any filming. I also need to clean my house because it's a disaster area. So I'm not sure how I'm going to fit everything in. It was one of those, you know, I knew she was coming, and I've known for a while, but I wasn't actually paying attention to the calendar, and I thought I had like another week. Boy, time flies. So yeah, I'm like, oh no, I really need to get my house in order so that, you know, it's not a disaster area when she gets here. Let's go ahead and glue this one. Okay, so for some reason, my camera just stopped recording on my phone, but it made a noise, so at least I was aware of that and didn't go on filming this video without having it actually record, because that would have made me very cranky. Because as I was saying, I do not have time to refilm this if my camera shuts off and doesn't actually record what I'm doing. Because yeah, I gotta get a whole bunch of stuff done this weekend. All right, let's do another Christmassy one. I think I'm gonna use this one because then I can flip. If I do that. All right, I am going to go counterintuitive in the ripping of this because I want this to be the top pocket. So I'm trying to make sure I have that section right side up. Oh no, this is not gonna work. Unless, let's see. What happens? Yeah, that's not. Okay, I think we're going to do a modification on this one. We're gonna go like that. And like that. And have cross pockets. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Let's do green inking, because we definitely need this to stand out against the gingerbread in the background. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing my friend. She's one, I used to work with her. And we were on the professional association for my job for the state of Florida. Like she was the one who recruited me to be president, because she was president in 2018. So we got to be good friends as a result of working on the association together. And she lives all the way up in North Florida in the Panhandle. So I pretty much only get to see her when we went to conference. And since she left a little bit before I did change jobs, she left the employment altogether, like went for a different position. So she's not a member of the association anymore. Well, she's an honorary member, but she doesn't go to conference anymore. So it's been a few years since I've seen her, and she's going to be in the Orlando area for a conference. And so what she decided to do is, instead of heading back up to the Panhandle immediately after conference, so let's show you real quick. We've got this pocket back here and then a pocket here. Kind of like that. Okay, let's set that one aside. Let's see, which one of these papers are just so beautiful. They're like alcohol ink pages. I think I kind of want to do this one. And I'm trying to decide who should get paired together. This is the one I'm like, maybe that one should go with that. Yeah, let's do that. those two will go together, even though I was originally thinking this side because I kind of like that, but actually those look nice together. I'm mostly just pairing these off so that I can then do them and not have to think about the pairing. I think those will work nicely together, and then these two will go together. Yeah. All right, I think that's going to be our base one, and we're going to do this on top. This is the one part. Yeah, getting it started is the one part that's a little tough. Yeah, I like that. Let's use a little scorched timber. So yeah, so she just delayed her return since the conference ends either on Friday or Saturday. I've got to check with her and figure out when I'm picking her up and where I'm picking her up, because she's not going to have a vehicle because she flew down. She's going to be flying down. And then I'm going to take her to the airport on Monday morning. So she's going to be here next weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Don't know yet what we're going to do, but I'm sure we'll find something to do. So yeah, let's go ahead and glue these on. So yeah, that's going to be my next weekend, which means no time for filming. Unless the conference goes through like part of the day Saturday, then I might have a little bit of time Saturday morning, but I'm gonna have to check with her on that because I'm not entirely sure. So I am looking forward to that. Like I say, that seems to be all of the excitement going on in my life right now. Oh, I'm gonna get on my little soapbox and remind you that this year is an election year in the United States. If you are registered to vote, you need to make a plan for going out and voting. So we're gonna go this way. And we're gonna keep it because I really like that more so than oh no, ooh, no, I like that. Okay, yep, we're gonna flip. I don't think I want to go scorched timber. I think I want something. Give me a sec. I'm gonna have a think about what I want to use. I think I want to use Victorian velvet. I think that's what I want to use. Not Victorian velvet, which means I think I just have that in oxide. So let me grab that. And I know I have a dauber somewhere for Victorian velvet. Ah, yes, right up here. So let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, you can ink your edges in whatever you like. You don't have to just use brown. And as I said, you can use double-sided paper or single-sided, whichever you prefer or have. And you can use any size paper. It's just a matter of cutting it down to 4x6. You could also alter the size if you want them taller and you're using like a 12x12 paper pack. You could do, 8x4 pockets, 8x5 inch pockets. I just wanted to use my 6x6 paper pads because I keep buying them because I like them. And then they sit waiting for me to use them. And so we are gonna use our 6x6s up. Wow, not quite up, but we're gonna use some more of them. today. Because, yeah, I need to stop buying paper. But I watch people on YouTube and they use I see them using new papers and I'm like, ooh, so pretty, I want it. And then I buy it and then it sits and waits for me to have time to use it. And yeah. All right, I am sticking off the end a little, but that's not a problem. We can just grab our scissors and trim that off. I think I really need to go in and like clean off these scissors. They're like sticking. All right, let's do one of these guys, the the Ciao Bella ones, because I really want to do one where maybe we do a single pocket and we use this guy and we're gonna just tear our pocket from here. Because come on, how stinking cute are those squirrels? Like, that's the whole reason why I bought this paper pack. Maybe we could do the crisscrossing pockets, and we just need to decide what base we like it on. Those are all the ones I have. All right, so I need to decide. I think we're gonna go with that. And for this one, I am gonna use the Scorched Timber. Get a nice dark contrast going. Oh, let's see. Oh, I know what other excitement is going on. My garbage pail disappeared. So I live in, the Central Florida area, and we have our garbage cans are ones provided by the county. They're the big wheeled ones that the garbage trucks have the arm on that lift up. And so, yeah, I think I have to make a police report in order for the county to give me another garbage pail. So that's something I need to do today as well. I was like, that's just what I need. Because, yeah, I put out my trash last night. And I went to lunch with my friend, and I came back, and I'm pretty sure the garbage pail was still sitting at the curb then. And then, so as I was getting ready to leave for my lunch, I step outside and I had an Amazon delivery because my toaster oven died. And so my new toaster oven arrived, which I'll tell you about that one in a sec. But that's kind of cute. Oh. All right, let's set that one aside. Kind of wondering, like, I was thinking this one's definitely going to be a single pocket because I'm going to just tear around him. And that means I've got more papers out for Ciao Bella, or less papers than I can actually use. Because I thought this one would also be cool, ripped off, so that you'd have a pocket with this image on it, or this image. So I'm going to set that one aside. I'm going to need another base for that one, because I think this guy's going to go on here. Let's just tear around our squirrel. That too neutral, and I can't use the other side of that. Actually, I kind of like that against that. Okay, so I guess we are gonna save this one, and I'll just, there's, I think 4 of each, or 3 of each in the paper pad, so I can just do another one off camera using the other side of that, because, yeah. I like this. I like that against there. Oh yeah, I really like how that looks. So you don't have to do 2 pockets. You could do just 1 pocket. That is another option. So as I was saying about my garbage can, I when I left for my lunch, my toaster oven was sitting outside my house, and it was one of those things that they shipped it in the box it came in. So looking at it, you could tell it was a toaster oven. So I did not want to leave it on my porch while I was out at lunch. So this one's the Mintay, and I think I want to have this showing over my pocket. So let's go ahead and use this one, I think, to make our pockets. And we'll do that, and then we'll flip, and we'll do that. And this is so very much getting Uncharted Mariner. I should have a dauber here for Uncharted Mariner, and I'm not seeing it. I've got daubers everywhere at this point. All right, what's back here? So I didn't want to leave it sitting at my curb since I was going, or at my front door since I was leaving to go. Oh, I think that one's possibly Uncharted Mariner. Out to lunch with my friend. So I grabbed it and you know, most normal people would just unlock their door and put it in their house, but I have a Bert, which means I have to like toss a treat for him to go chase after in order for me to be able to get out of my house whenever I leave my house. So that means I can't just pop it open and toss something in before I leave. Otherwise, he will try and escape. It's very strange. Like, if I'm bringing in groceries, he's pretty good about not trying to escape out the door on me. But if I'm actually leaving, and he knows the difference, he makes an attempt at an escape. So, yeah, I couldn't put it back in the house. So I put it in the back of my car. And of course, when I got back from lunch, I had leftovers and wasn't going to mess with the... all right, let's glue this down. Toaster oven, so I'm like, oh, I'll get it later. So I left it in the car. So before I went to bed, no, it must have been later in the evening, around about, I don't know, 8-ish probably. I was feeling a little hungry, so I wanted to have a snack, and I was like, ooh, I can have a waffle. Since I now have a toaster oven again. And so I went out to the car to get my toaster oven, and I noticed my trash can's not at the curb anymore. And I'm like, did the long guys who came yesterday move it? So I kind of checked to the side of my house, and it's dark out, and I'm not really wanting to go hunting around for my garbage pail. So I'm not seeing it. I go back inside, and I'm like, all right, I think I may have to I was actually thinking, no, that's not gonna, let's do this. I'm having a bit of a think, because I had thought I was going to use that as a top pocket, and I now remember what I had been thinking was that I would mix it up and use like this part on here, and never mind. So let's go ahead and do this one. Just trying to decide if I like that better, but I kind of want, cover that up. Actually, let's go this way. Let's flip it and do it that way, and then we can have the pipe showing and roughed up denim. Yep, I like that. All right, so let's ink our edges. Again, I'm going to use Uncharted Mariner. So yeah, My garbage pail has either gone on a walkabout around the neighborhood somewhere, or someone took my garbage pail, which just seems weird. Like, so I don't know what the heck happened, but my garbage pail is gone. And that's going to get rather annoying, especially if I'm cleaning my house. Because that tends to produce a lot of, trash, either with, paper towels or other cleaning supplies that need to get thrown out kind of thing. Or just tidying up and finding stuff that just needs to get thrown out. I always end up having, extra trash when I do a major clean of the house. So yeah. That's been added to my to-do list, which was not necessarily something I had planned for today. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else is going on. I've finally watched The Queen's Gambit on Netflix, and it was quite good. I've got one episode left. I don't tend to jump on bandwagons. So everyone's talking about a show, and it's like, okay, eventually I'll get around to it. Oh, I have more of these. I had more of these. Okay, so let's see. Go and use that as base. That I want is the bottom piece, and this is going to be another one where and that's gonna flip and not flip the right way. All right, I think I'm gonna run into the same problem I had last time. So what I may do is this. Then flip that over on here. I think I'm okay with that like that, because I can always, I kind of like that. And that is that guy. And then that and that. And you know what? Let's do it like this, because then I think what I can do is, instead of having this be a pocket that gets glued in, I can have it as a pocket that gets clipped in and put a pocket on the back. Yeah, I like that idea. All right, so let's grab, I think we're gonna go hickory smoke on these. So yeah, I've been watching that this week, and the new season of Elsbeth started up. I haven't watched the first episode yet, but I enjoyed that last season, so I'm looking forward to watching that. I'm very excited. Coming in November, Food Network is going to have a Harry Potter themed like cake decorating contest show. Like, I'm not entirely sure of the exact, parameters on the show, but I saw an ad for it and I was like, ooh, because, well, I actually really like watching cake decorating shows. I tend to watch them on Food Network when they have them. I think it's the crafter in me appreciates the really cool creations people make. Cake and fondant and sugar work and all of that stuff. Like right now I'm watching Halloween Baking Championship and Halloween Wars on Food Network. because I really enjoy just seeing the cool creations people can make out of things that are edible. Now on this one, I am gonna go ahead and round the corners. Let's see, what did we decide? This one's gonna go here, over here, because I noticed with the 3 layers, my corner rounder does not love. So 4 would be really bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and round that corner, stick this on, and then re-round the corner to avoid having too much of too many layers on our paper. And yeah, we're coming down to 10 minutes left, and don't know that we're gonna do any decorating, mostly because I didn't like pull anything out. I wasn't thinking in terms of decorating. I was just like, oh, let's go do this. And now I'm like, I should have brought over some stuff that I could decorate with. So yeah, now this one I can paper clip onto a page because it's got, you know, pockets on both sides. Let's get this one assembled. Let's do the gray again. Although we are definitely getting a whole heck of a lot of these done. I may not get all of the ones I cut out done, but we're going to get pretty darn close. Again, if I had stuff handy, I probably would decorate one. You know, I'd pause and do a decorating, but I don't think I've got anything that's going to work. Actually, you know what? If we do one of those Craft Consortium ones, I think I may have some stuff behind me that could work for decorating. So let's quickly get this guy assembled and do one of those, and I can reach behind me because I've got some Christmas stuff behind me. That might have something in it that will work. With like these guys. Let's pick out. Kind of want to use that. Let's do it against something dark. I think I want more contrast. I think we're gonna do it against this one. As I'm doing it, I'm thinking I want to go this way instead because I want to have that as the bottom pocket. Yes. All right, let's grab some Rustic Wilderness. Glue. Round our corners. Ink the rest of our edges because we're going to decorate this one, so I want it completely inked up. fancy stuff in it, and I think I might have something in here that will work. I feel like, where is it? These are ginger journals. I feel like that could be too big. Those, maybe those. That's a contender. And of course my dog has wandered into the room and is like, I need to go out. I thought I had some like wreathy ones. Ooh, 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 ooh. I think this is a stronger contender. Needs something behind it to help it pop more, and I think I'm gonna see if I've got a smaller version of it. So more of the background shows. There we go. There we go. That's our winner, but it needs something behind it so it'll pop more. Kind of want to add it to some ink. Ooh, oh no, not that. Just checking to see if I've got like some red or green inky book page, because I think that would work great behind, but I just don't know that I've got a piece handy. So let's yes, so what we're going to do is we're going to create some inky book page. Hold on, Bert, you got to wait 5 minutes. He's not a fan of that answer. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to just grab a scratch piece of paper, check my work surface. Grab some rustic wilderness. Yeah, we're gonna go rustic wilderness. Gonna grab a brush. Gonna ink up the book page. Oh no, I don't have my antique linen over here to de-white the edges. Well, let's go ahead and grab, I've got antique linen distress oxide, so we'll use that instead of distress ink. Ooh, that's way yellower than, that comes on a lot stronger than my distress ink. That, and we're gonna actually glue it on and then tear it out so that it's just basically backing this, and then I'm gonna find like a label-y bit to go on as well. Woo! All right, that works. And I'm gonna take the dauber and just darken up the edges of our inked book page. That's gonna go there, and it just needs a label. Like that, but I think it needs something going the other way too. Oh, there's our timer. So let's just find something so that we can finish this off. I'm going to do figure number that. And I think we're going to also add North Pole. So let's see. If that goes on like that, let's tear the top so it's torn all around. These are just stamped bits and bobs, and now that I tore that off, this is too big. I can ink that. Ink the edges on this. These are by the Junk Journal Studio. So I'll do Yuletide. North Pole Post Office. Figure 104. Like that. Do not need that after all. Actually, I think we're going to skip that. Okay, let's glue this down. My dog's looking at me like, Mother, I desperately need to go out in the yard right this second. Let's make sure that's positioned good. Yep. Okay, let's add this. And that. All right, so there we go. We decorated one. Let me move some stuff out of the way and clean up and let a dog out since he's like giving me the stink eye right now. And then I'll be back and we'll take a look at what we got done. Okay, so we got one completely done and decorated. And then we did 2, 3, 4, which has pockets on both sides, 5, 6, and this is our one pocket, 7 with our cross pockets, 8, 9, another cross pocket, 10, 11, 12, 13. This one actually we did pretty good on getting our pockets done. Okay, so that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please do all the things that lets YouTube know you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment down below. Thanks for joining me and happy crafting.